Mark, darling, what a surprise. Well, it's a wonderful wake-up call, but, couldn't you use the telephone?
No, I had to see you. Racine, we're gonna have to talk.
Would you mind stopping by the office a little later instead? I'm really running late right now.
Yes, I do mind. This is important.
Well, I'm waiting.
Sarah and I broke up.
I'm sorry to hear that. I understand that you're upset about it, but does that really require a personal appearance at 8 o'clock in the morning?
I told her about us, about you and me. I know she'd guessed anyway. She just let it go.
You told her what about us? Mark, surely you haven't confused our little fling with the relationship you have with Sarah. We had fun, didn't we? I had a good time. I enjoyed being with you.
So it was the Newsbeat article all along. You just wanted some good press, and I fell for it.
Naturally, I wanted a good mention in the article. And you wanted to have your cake and eat it too, so to speak. Darling, a little word of advice for the future. When a lady has a hot tub in her bedroom, it is not Mother Teresa's apartment.
I'm impressed. Well, most women would have waited until the article was out before playing this scene.
Advance copy. I got the cover. It really is a wonderful article. You certainly lived up to your reputation.
At least as a journalist.
How did you describe your image in the press to me when we first met? It was a cross between a white slaver and a madam. I could get a lot more specific than that.
Oh, don't worry about it. Well, well, well. Baby bites after all.
Are you all right? You want to go sit upstairs?
No, let's stay down here for a moment. Feel like I've been away for months instead of just a few days. To the best sister in the world, I love you very much, Greg.
Come on. We can get past this. We have to try.
I know. I'll just start over and...
Welcome home, Mrs. Fenton. Mr. Fenton, you should get straight to bed, Mrs. Fenton. Everything is ready.
And who are you?
My name is Carter, Anna Carter.
Huh.
I'm a registered nurse, and I'm here to help Mrs. Fenton through her recovery.
But I didn't hire you.
David.
Aha. Grant, right? Damn it. Why can't that man mind his own...
Thank you, nurse. We'll have some tea, and I'd like you to serve it in here.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. David, Daddy is only trying to help, and she looks nice.
Nice. She looks like a centerfold for a combat training manual.
Oh, Come on, it's not that bad. And besides, we could use the help. You can't take care of me by yourself. You have the Tempest line to design and the menswear.
I thought I could do both.
Sweetie, you know how important the new line is. And you should be devoting all your attention to it, not just half. I'll be okay. And I'm glad I came home with you instead of going to Foxtown.
All right. Just as long as Daddy does not move in here.
Going to South America? Nigel, Colette Ferrier is the head of Europe's leading cosmetics company. People like that just don't vanish. Somebody must know where she is. Let's talk with that somebody, huh? All right, Nigel. Good night.
So, Miss Ferrier's disappeared, huh? That's probably just as well. Her product is no good for Harper. Our product is glamorous, hot, sexy. Ferrier is Clay's, spring water, wheat germ. It's snake oil time.
Yeah, well, it's the top-selling snake oil in Europe with twice the revenue of expectations.
We only entered the European market a year ago. With the right budget, we could overtake Ferrier in no time at all.
Perhaps. But why should we spend millions expanding into Europe? If we can buy Ferrier, the job's already been done for us. She'd be a very good addition to Harper Cosmetics.
Yes, if you can find her. Seems to me the lady has a patent on playing coy.
You sound as if you know her.
No, not at all. Not at all. It's just a general comment based on what I've heard. Any problems with the Tangier breakdown?
Oh, I made a few notes here for you. But if you can handle Tangier domestically, the way you did expectations, I'll be very pleased. This Laurie Caswell's really something.
Yes. Fortunately, something entirely different from Taryn Blake.
You mean Steve? Oh, come on, Lori, own up. Steve's nice, but Chris is the killer. I mean, we're talking major hunk.
I know. But I can talk to Steve.
Oh, sure, great. Yeah, hot stuff. Homeroom and basketball and lunch period, huh?
Karen, you're the one who told me not to get involved with guys I work with, remember?
Yeah, I should have taken my own advice. Either that or never have worked with John. You know, I'll never forgive Julia for that.
You don't know for sure that Julia was the one who made John leave town without you.
It's exactly what she did. She's done it before. The minute anybody else gets within 3 feet of me, she panics. Well, I'll go home with her today, but things are going to be very different from now on. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that. Let's get back to Chris York.
Oh.
Now, Chris, I am not saying that you should sit in the lap of every advertising executive you meet, but, oh, if every once in a while you could just smile. You look like the bad seed up there.
I don't understand why they make such a big deal out of it. It's a motorcycle ad. I get on the bike, somebody takes a picture.
Darling, if only life were as simple as you are. Now, why on earth did you have to wear this? I mean, James Dean died 20 years ago.
I got the job, didn't I? And you're gonna get your check.
Yes, and I am about to spend it because I refuse to walk around Manhattan with a man who looks like a vagrant. You know, if you are going to model clothes, you have got to learn how to wear them. Darling, onward.
Is there anything you won't stoop to, Dinah? I know you must resent Taryn's success, but to try to turn her against me. I didn't expect that from you.
Julie, don't be crazy. I'm not trying to turn Taryn against you. She came to us last night of her own free will.
I don't believe you. I'm sure you must have encouraged her.
Dinah had nothing to do with it. I was going away anyway, and you knew it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yes, you do. I was going away with John, and you found out, and I don't know what you did.
Be quiet, Taryn. I don't want to hear another word out of you. What I want is for you to go to that limousine and wait for me until I get there right now. I don't believe this. I don't believe that you're so insecure about your daughter's talent that you would go this far.
You don't have to believe it, Julia. It's not true. Taryn came to us for help, and we helped her.
I don't want your help.
Taryn certainly wants somebody's help. She's a very troubled child, Julia. You must see that, at least.
I don't need your analysis.
What you need is a course in ordinary, everyday good manners.
Do I? Do you know what you need, Dinah? A dose of hard and cold reality. Do you have any idea what kind of a ridiculous figure you cut in the fashion industry? You with your self-righteousness and your paper-hanging husband.
Contractor. Contractor husband. Now, I've told your chauffeur that you'd be right out, Julia. Taryn like to say goodbye to you.
Julia, I don't care what you think of us. But please, please just think how much you're hurting Taryn.
She's right, Julia.
She's not right. I'm her mother. She's 17 years old and we're having an argument, that's all. Sorry that, I was so insulting. I didn't mean to be. You have a lovely home. Although it's hard for me to imagine Dinah in these surroundings.
Oh, yeah, no, why is that?
Well, I always see her in New York, doing business. She's either with Racine or Wesley or Jake Larner, of course. He's an interesting man, Jake Larner. He's smart. For somebody in the advertising world, I mean. He thinks very highly of your wife. She's very lucky, you know. Lucky lady. Come home to this. It's sort of like having the best of both worlds. Thank you, Michael, for letting Taryn stay here.
Stuff.
I can't afford to have you running around town looking like the poor little match girl's older brother.
I mean, $550 for a sweater.
Oh, darling, even a designer must eat. You know, I think the only time I've ever seen you well-dressed is when you're naked.
Yeah? You think about that a lot?
Not really. Actually, one screening of your porno film was quite enough to give me the general idea. Take off your shirt.
Here? No way.
I know how you hate to undress out of camera range, but please, darling, just this once for me. Well, if you were going to be tiresome about it...
Okay.
Let's see, not quite. Try this one. You know, you must learn to play the game a little. These people are buying you. Look happy about it. Listen to them. You might actually learn something. And staring at the floor with that little boy pout looks weak.
And weak doesn't sell.
Weak doesn't survive, darling. You grew up in the city. You should know that. Try this one. And you must learn to dress well, appear successful. In this town, the only way you get fed is if you look like you're not hungry.
Are you ever hungry?
Ravenous, but I never let it show. This collar needs a little work. Yeah, that's good. Fine, you wear this to the shoot on Thursday and you'll do just fine.
You aren't going to be there?
What for? To hold your hand?
What about all that personal attention you were going to give me?
Now for the pants.
That's getting pretty personal.
Oh, darling, I haven't even gotten started.
David has had too much in his mind to take care of Blair properly.
David is perfectly capable of balancing his time between his work and his marriage.
We came very close to losing Blair. Just want to make sure that she gets well and stays well.
I appreciate that. But you had no right to hire a nurse for her without consulting David.
You know, I can't get over this change in Wesley, how supportive he's been lately. Only wish he were being as cooperative about the Ferrier deal. Yeah, we're running into complications. Looks like it might take a little longer than I anticipated.
Excuse me, Grant.
Wait, where you go? Marjorie, wait a minute. Sweetheart, what is it? What's the matter?
The Ferrier deal is running into complications. Wesley isn't cooperating. Blair can't recover without your personal supervision. Grant, all I'm hearing is another canceled vacation.
No, that's not true. Of course we're going away. Now, you can count on it.
If I have learned any lesson in our 32 years of marriage, Grant, it's that I can count on you for everything, except your time.
Yes, let's discuss it.
No, we will not discuss it anymore. But I do want you to understand one thing. You are not going to spoil this for me. I am going on that cruise to Rio. With you or without you.
Darling, you're being very mysterious about this Ferrier woman. Now, after all, what is she? A Swiss cosmetician. Heidi with a hobby.
Look, Ferrier is anything but a hobby. It's a leading cosmetics house in Europe. Colette is anything but a Heidi. She's an ambitious, calculating woman. From everything I've heard.
But, darling, you do so well with ambitious, calculating women.
By the way, would you like some mousse?
Oh, no, thank you. I never eat dessert.
You know, if Grant decides to buy Ferrier, there's no way that he can help Tempest. David's new line showing is about a month away. Without Grant's help, he'll never, ever make it.
Well, that means he won't have much time to spend with Marjorie either.
And she's already about halfway convinced that he's going to cancel that cruise. You know, I think that this vacation is a lot more important to her than he realizes.
Well, perhaps we could use Colette to make Marjorie even a little more uneasy. Then after you've taken over Harper Worldwide, it's bye-bye, Colette.
Oh, no. No. There is no way in the world that we're going to get rid of Colette that easy.
Darling, are you sure you don't know this woman? You wouldn't lie to Racine, would you?
Yeah, I knew her. Years ago.
And, how well did you know her years ago?
Not quite as well as you know Mark Bailey.
Touché.
Still, that was a hell of a story he wrote on you, wasn't it?
Oh, you read it. What did you think?
That whatever you had to do to help him with it was certainly worth the effort. You sure that you wouldn't like some mousse?
Oh, no, I never eat dessert.
I can't believe Racine would do that.
Strangely enough, I never really believed she would either. I must remember to pay more attention to that tiny warning voice screaming in my ears.
And Mark admitted it to you?
That's our man at the front. If you wait long enough, you get a full report.
Oh, Sarah, I'm so sorry. So he's moved out?
Last night. I spoke to him this morning. Listen to this. He's taken an assignment in Nicaragua. Something tells me that she didn't exactly clear out a closet for him when he arrived. Oh, I feel so hurt. That's a fair description.
What are you gonna do?
Get on with my life, I guess. Isn't that what I tell you? Actually, they want me in Washington to work for the Senate Committee on Organized Crime. It's only for a month, but at least it'll get me out of New York. Hey, here you are, only one day out of the hospital, and all we're talking about is me. How are you? Oh, honey, it's been such a bad time for you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about the baby. Sarah, please don't.
Hello there.
Hi. Thanks, Mom.
Oh, I left this envelope for you in the mail basket. It's from Racine.
Thanks. 6 pages on Dante's Inferno. Will you read it for me?
Sure. Dante's Inferno as an illustration of the medieval mind. I remember doing this. All those cantos and circles. You seeking immortality by your good actions?
As opposed to a cover of Vogue or Harper's Bazaar. Look, a copy of Eyeline. It's me. It's me, Mom, look.
Oh, you're kidding.
Oh,
oh,
gosh.
that's wonderful. Can you believe it?
No.
Michael, come down here. Oh, my God, it's a whole page. Listen to this. An astonishing vitality and freshness seem destined to put Laurie Caswell, the new Expectations girl, on top. Oh, this is wonderful. Vaja, 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 Grant Harper, Vaja, Vaja, Racine, quaint New England home. Vaja, Vaja. Oh, Grayson Carr loves you. Oh, this is fabulous. Oh, they even mentioned Michael. Contractor Hollis. Where did they find out all this stuff about us? Huh. They even mentioned me.
Here we are. This nurse Bratchett's compliments. Hey, Blair. Should be in bed, you know?
Oh, I feel better if I move around. Mother's going to keep my maternity clothes for me over at Foxdown.
It's okay. We'll try again. So. Or we will adopt.
I know. But in the meantime, I want to go back to work.
Don't you think you need some more time off?
For what? To think about our baby? Look, you've got Tempest to keep you busy. Sarah's leaving for Washington. Mother and Daddy are going on a cruise. I've got to go back to work.
All right. All right.
Would you like to help out with the new Tempest line? You'd be good at that. We're trying to get the new showing out, but, you know, it's kind of crazy around there.
Sweetie, I need a real job, not something that you create for me. I'm a model, and I am still good.
Hey, I know that. I was just wondering if it wasn't too soon.
What is it with this family? I'm too old to model, but I'm too young to make my own decisions.
No, that...
I am going back to work. Racine will find the jobs, all right? And I will get better a lot faster if I'm not lying around here all day. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to get dressed.
Racine, we were very pleased with it. But Michael did think it was a little bit too personal, happily making a go of her second marriage. I mean, especially since we haven't even met Grayson Carr.
Dinah, darling, Grayson feels that the private life of a model is important, too. I only told him what I thought it was important for him to know. Wake me when this conversation is over. Now, let's just forget the postmortem, shall we? And move on to other things. I have wonderful news this morning. Franco Perone has chosen Laurie to model for his latest book, Favorite Faces, and he wants her for his Face of the Future section. Isn't that wonderful? Dinah, you do know who Franco Perone is, don't you, darling?
Perone? You mean only the most prestigious photographer in the entire world? Well, that is wonderful news, Racine. When does it start?
Oh, 2 or 3 weeks. Of course, it shoots in Bermuda, Dinah. Wonderful opportunity for Laurie to travel, don't you think?
Bermuda? Well, that'll mean she'll have to take some time off from school. But Perone, I'm sure we can work something out. Here, Laurie wants to talk to you, and I'll talk to you later.
Thank heaven she had to run out and wax the driveway. Laurie, darling, how is my favorite client this morning? Isn't it wonderful news going to Bermuda with Perone?
It's great. Taryn gave me his last book, Perone Women, and if he can make me look like that. Racine, listen. I've been getting the fan mail you sent over, and some of it's pretty weird.
Of course, darling. They wouldn't be fans if they weren't weird.
But there's this one guy, and he writes me every day.
Well, why don't we just send him a picture like we do everyone else? And you know, Laurie, we could handle all the fan mail for you if that would help. What do you think? I could just have Sandy send you over selections. How would that be? Would that solve it?
I guess so.
Fine. Well, now you run on up to school, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, you heard that. From now on, we are handling all of Laurie's fan mail. Why don't we pick out one of those expectation pictures and have something written on it, you know, something appropriate.
Sincerely, affectionately yours.
Sandy, sometimes you are so tedious. No, something more breathlessly yours, Laurie. That'll keep them coming back. Speaking of comebacks, have we heard any word on Taryn's shoot today?
That's a wrap. Oh, lovely. Look at this. Thank you very much. Nice. Okay. Come on. What's next setup here? The fireplace scene, right? Give me that thick bearskin rug. I want a couple of wine glasses. This time, let's put some wood in the fire, all right? Thanks. That was wonderful, darling.
Taryn, you were wonderful. Just wonderful. Oh, I'm so glad to see you back at work. Acceptable work.
Well, you know, you don't have to stay around here. I'm not going to run away again, I've told you.
Well, I know that. I'm staying here because I want to be with you. Darling, I just want to tell you how proud I am of you. Not to let your personal feelings interfere with your professional life shows me a real sign of your maturity. Why don't we go celebrate tonight? You wanna? We could go to dinner, we could go to the theater just like we used to. Come on, let's do it.
No, I can't. I'm behind on my French lessons.
Oh, it's only for one night. And I'll speak to your tutor. Come on. Let me check the theater guide. Let's see. I don't believe this. Taryn, did you see this? Taryn, did you see this?
No.
Racine's newest and brightest star, Laurie Caswell. Do you believe this? Seems destined to match and maybe even outshine supermodel Taryn Blake.
I've got to change.
Where will I get my hands on that Racine? Darling, I'll be back in a while.
You see, the initial response to the Tangier promotion is excellent in all of our test markets.
Mm-hmm. You're using the same strategy we used with expectations.
Yes, I am. With a few minor changes. I could do the same for expectations in Europe if you give me the chance.
Let's just concentrate on launching Tangier domestically for now.
I did a little research on Ferrier Cosmetics. They tried to break into the U.S. about 5 years ago with no luck at all.
Yeah, I know about that. The FDA restrictions on imported cosmetics slowed them down. I can handle those people.
You can't pressure the Food and Drug Administration, Father, the way you did with Larry Parnell. You remember Larry Parnell, don't you? The man who turned up in the East River the day after you made your mysterious visit to Miami?
I had nothing to do with Parnell's death, and you know it.
That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that the FDA will not be told what to do. Ferrier won't be approved.
Well, that's my problem, not yours. Anyway, so far it's all academic. Our people can't even locate Colette Ferrier, let alone persuade her to sell. Oh, by the way, Taryn Blake's suspension is almost over, and I'm not going to pay her off. I want her back here working with this company again. Think about it.
How could you turn on us like this, Racine? After 7 years. I don't know. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. Laurie Caswell outshines Taryn Blake? Ha! No. I'm sorry. I just don't believe this. How could you do this to us?
Julia, darling, I have no control over what Grayson Carr chooses to print in this little newspaper. I only wish I did.
Don't play games with me, Racine. I'm not Dinah Caswell. Every time Grayson praises Laurie, he takes a swipe at Taryn, and you know it.
It's very important to get press for Laurie Caswell and for expectations.
So you can get points with Harper.
Exactly. Grant will take notice of this article so that when I recommend Taryn for the job...
What job?
Well, rumor has it that Harper is thinking of buying Ferrier Cosmetics. Now, if that happens, the new line will need a model.
Taryn.
Possibly. Taryn?
Racine, 10% of Taryn Blake made you. I want 100% of you now in return. And if I don't get it, I will take my commission someplace else. Thanks for lunch.
Wrong? It's just wrong. All right. What is it? I don't know, maybe it needs a heavier silk.
I think you're right about the silk. Hi, David.
Grant.
I drop by and see what your setup is here.
Well, this is it.
I have a few projections I'd like you to look over.
Uh-huh. Well, we can go in my office. Give me a half hour, right?
David.
Yeah, you get paid by the hour. Yeah. Give you some coffee?
Oh, no, thank you. I'm fine.
Uh-huh.
Here?
In here. Have a seat.
Oh, no, thank you. I have to get back to the office right away.
Yeah, this is kind of like the Army, huh? Surprise inspection?
Oh, no, nothing like that. Believe me, I don't know a thing about designing clothes. As far as I'm concerned, you're more than capable of handling the new lines.
But I am sorry that you and Marjorie will be on vacation when we have the Tempest show. But I know she's looking forward to the cruise.
Yeah, we both need to get away. Well, yeah, the projections. Look them over. Give me a call. Huh? Oh, one quick question. Why aren't you using our silk from Harper's Italian Mills?
Because I use the Hartman brothers in South Carolina.
Yes, I know. We could give you a much better deal. You have to start thinking of yourself as a part of a family of companies.
And let's keep the money all in the family, huh?
Why not? It might solve your problem with that silk blouse out there, too. Heavier silk, remember? Harper's the best there is. Well, give my love to Blair, huh? If there's anything she needs, all she has to do is call. You have a good day, David.
Right.
Hi. I thought you were supposed to come over right after school was out. Got a stack of math to do. What happened?
I was reading.
Oh. Okay. You want a soda?
Do you have any beer?
I don't think so. I'll look. Nope, just soda.
Where are your mom and dad?
They went out for dinner. You ready for algebra? You don't look like you're in too great a mood. What's the matter? Come on, Steve. What's wrong? Steve, what is it with you?
What's the matter? High school boys aren't good enough anymore?
I don't know what you mean.
I'm sure you've done more with him than you ever have with me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sure you do. The guy you hang around with in that ad. And this Andrew gave it to me. There's a picture of you and him. Looks pretty hot to me.
I work with Chris, that's all.
Yeah, well, you can have your pretty boy. And he can have you if he isn't gay.
I can't believe this. I thought you trusted me. If that's the way you feel about me, maybe we should just forget the whole thing.
That's fine with me.
Man, this guy is terrible. 26 takes? There's nothing up there.
Where the hell's Racine? Has she returned my call yet?
I'll check.
Geez, Christopher, loosen up. Come on, you can do this.
I don't know how. It looks so easy until you get up there. I don't know what this guy wants from me.
You'll get it, sweetie. All you have to do is get yourself into the mood, okay? It's tough to be perfect. Brace yourself. This is gonna be cold.
Ah!
Okay, this is golden time, ladies and gentlemen. It's not wasted. Okay, Chris. It's rehearsal. All right, Chris. All right, go for it. Loosen up, man. Loosen up. You're too stiff. Come on, come on. Be McQueen. Lean forward, baby. Come on, come on. Smile, smile. Enjoy it. Go for it. Go for it. You can do it.
Oh, hell, this isn't working at all. Hold it, hold it, hold it! Not working. Not working.
What's the matter, Chris? Can't cut it? Just sit on that bike and let people take pictures of you, right? Isn't that what you said? Jeremy, darling, I'm so sorry. Obviously, he just can't do it. Watch me get ready to roll. Well, I guess we all make mistakes. Even Racine.
All right, stand by.
You'll have to get on that bike and ride all the way back to Brooklyn, where you obviously belong.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway, looking for adventure. And whatever comes our way. Yeah, darling, gonna make it happen. Take the world on a love embrace. Fire all your guns at once and explode into space. Like a true nature's child.
Look at that face.
I rather thought that was more what you wanted. The Chris York look. So, tell me, how is the Ferrier deal going?
Well, it isn't. Grant can't seem to find Colette. So there is no deal. You know, I'll bet Julia Blake is seething about that Newsbeat story. I mean, there wasn't even a mention of her. And you, super agent, Racine, powerful, beautiful. And the cover yet. Whoa.
Well, it was rather a nice picture, don't you think?
Well, sweetheart, you don't take a bad picture. So I guess everybody's happy, huh? Everybody, that is, except Mark Bailey. Poor Mark Bailey. Manipulated right out of the Northern Hemisphere.
Are we going to talk about him all night? Taxi?
Are you manipulating me too, Racine?
Wesley, we're good for each other, darling.
Well, and if we stop being good for each other?
We won't. You'll control Hartford worldwide someday soon, I hope, and I'll...
You'll what?
I'll be so glad for you.
You're all heart, sweetheart. You know that?
Not entirely.
All right, Blair, all right. Go back to modeling, but don't rush it. You need plenty of rest now. If I can help you in any way, you let me know, sweetheart, huh? I love you too, sweetheart. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Carol, there's still no news from Nigel about Ferrier?
No, Mr. Harper, and it's a little late to call Geneva.
Yes, I know. I'm going to stick around for a while, though. Why don't you go home? It's late.
Thank you, sir.
You can't just walk in. Mr. Harper, I'm so sorry.
Oh, no problem, Carol.
You're Grant Harper?
That's right. Who are you?
I've been told you're one of the smartest businessmen in the world. I'd like to give you a chance to prove that.
Oh. What do you have in mind?
I'm Colette Ferrier. I'd like to sell you my company.
Where do you know?
Cute.
Personal, intimate. The SoapNet original with the biggest stars from your favorite soaps. From rumor control to surprising revelations. Soapography. Their stories in their own words. Every Saturday night at 6 on SoapNet.